This is the Ace, Jeffrey LaRoque, and you're watching RCW Pro Wrestling Spotlight. RCW, real professional wrestling, not that flippy stuff. And welcome to another edition of RCW Spotlight. I'm your host, your role model, Ric Lieb, and with me as always is Miles Jacobs.
Howdy.
And of course the Don of professional wrestling and the Battle Royal champion himself, Frankie Andolini. Frankie, how you doing?
Fantastic. Always fantastic.
Always a pleasure having you on here. You know what? I was watching the what's wrong with you? Oh, did I forget to ask you how you were doing? How are you doing, Miles Jacobs?
I am absolutely peachy.
Okay, great. Anyway, so I was watching last week's episode, right?
Yes.
And after you beat up on Jeffrey LaRoque and stuff, Draven, what's his name? The Hawaiian.
Draven Post.
Right, Draven.
Yeah.
He
That's a kid I eliminated?
Yeah.
yeah, but he also does commentary, and when he did commentary, he's like, after you attack Jeffrey LaRoque, he goes, I take back everything that I just said about the Andolinis. They're great!
No, I thought you were talking about somebody else. No, that kid's great.
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
love
awesome.
that guy. Yeah. No, he's all right.
I lost it. I couldn't
thought you
stop
meant
laughing.
somebody else.
Right, must have been. Anyway, and of course, the co-host with just a lot more personality than Miles Jacobs.
Much more.
My RCW Heavyweight Championship. Later on in the program, we are going to be unveiling the RCW Tag Team Championship. We got new ones, guys, and they are beautiful. I took a sneak peek, I'm sorry. And when we do this, of course, one half of the RCW Tag Team Champions will be in studio, the Lord of Discipline Animal himself, so I'm looking forward to that. Of course, he's like a big brother to me, so, you know, I always look forward to hanging out with him.
It's a terrifying nightmare to me. I've been in the ring with it. It doesn't go away. It's like, what is that called?
Post-traumatic stress syndrome?
That's what it is.
Yeah, PTSD, there you go.
Or shell shock?
Yes.
Okay, guys, we got a good show today. But before we even get into the show that we have, and a rundown, 3 more matches added. Three more,
huh?
Yes, well, 2 technically, but 1's going to be added because I'm going to call someone out. But before that happens, we have a question.
Yes, we do. So, Jimmy Angelo from Youngstown, Ohio has asked us, and every week we keep advancing in technology.
Right. Today
instead of an email, it's a message on Facebook.
Look at those.
Oh wow!
Welcome to the gun show.
Wow, I like the tattoos actually. Anyway,
quit flirting.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to distract you with my giant muscles.
All right, go ahead. What is he?
I just want to do that now before Animal shows up and makes these look bad.
So he asks what we think about Brock Lesnar beating Cain Velasquez in 88 seconds at WWE Crown Jewel.
Okay. I'll go first on this one.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I like it. I actually like it a lot. A lot of people are complaining online, and I'm like, what is there to complain about? You have Brock Lesnar, who is a certified professional wrestler, going up against a guy who has never wrestled a professional wrestling match in his life, and all of a sudden, Brock Lesnar beats him really quick. Why doesn't that make sense? It does make sense. Now, in MMA, Cain beat Brock quick. This is a different world, a different sport. And even though everybody knows WWE is sports entertainment, the facts are still the facts. Brock Lesnar is a certified wrestler. He is a bona fide wrestler, and he is a badass wrestler.
Yeah.
And 88 seconds seemed about right to me. Frankie?
100% agree. That was everything that match is what it should have been. These are 2 fighters and they got into a ring and they fought. Okay, regardless of if it takes 88 seconds or if it took 8 minutes, it doesn't matter.
Right.
A fight is a fight. Sometimes they end fast, sometimes they don't. I enjoyed that match. It was exactly what it should have been, and I couldn't have been any happier with that match.
Miles Jacobs, do you disagree with us? Or
Oh, I disagree and agree. I will say this: yeah, fights, they're variable when it comes to the duration. It's you land a good shot, stumble your opponent, knock him out. 50 seconds, 88 seconds. That's just the way a fight is. Am I disappointed in Cain Velasquez? Yes. He should have definitely put up more of a fight. I definitely thought he would put up more of a fight. But Brock is
Brock.
Yeah, he's
Nothing to
he's
compare
a
to.
big dude. He's skilled. He's fast. He has everything you would ask in a fighter. He has. So that's just that.
One point I want to make on this is one of the things, and I don't even know if anybody notices this, but I break down everything because as a real professional wrestler, you have to. And one of the things that I noticed was the inexperience,
Yeah.
not knowing the ring awareness. Kane was close
Kane-
enough to put his foot on the ropes.
Right, and
He could have had that rope. He could have kept on going, but he wasn't experienced enough, aware enough
Right.
to know all you have to do is pop that leg out and it's right there on the rope.
And didn't he go for? Oh no, that was Fury that went for a cover and didn't know what he was doing. Never mind, wrong match.
Terrible match.
Yeah, it was. I agree. It was a really bad match. I will say some other quick matches / fights that this kind of remind me of. Wasn't there a match where WWE actually featured Butterbean, and he knocked
Yeah.
what
He
one
knocked
another.
out Bart
Who was
Gunn.
it?
Bart
Bart Gunn,
Gunn.
yeah.
Real quick.
That's kind of what
That
this
was awful.
reminded me of, except it's kind of reversed, and
Right.
it's not a wrestler coming into. It's not a fighter coming into a wrestling ring. It's a wrestler going into boxing.
Yeah,
and
it
but it's similar in that notion. Yeah.
you don't mix up. Know your sports.
Yeah.
There's reasons why people are good at their sports.
Um,
But all right, if you want to think of similar things, let's just remember that Bill Goldberg did the same thing to Brock Lesnar.
yeah, that's true.
Beat him in less than 88 seconds.
I think it took what 2 spears and a jackhammer or something like that, or was it 1 spear and a jackhammer?
Yeah, it was quick.
It was something. It was like 3 moves done.
Yeah, so I mean, it happens, and every once in a
Yeah.
while, you get hit with a big move. Doesn't matter how great you are, you're
It
going to
stops
lose
you
to
in
the
your
big
tracks.
move. SD Jones, he was on a roll.
Yeah.
Had to face King Kong Bundy at WrestleMania. 8 seconds later,
Yeah.
JBL held that title for how long? 2
Yeah.
years,
Yeah.
and then he lost it in 6 seconds to what's that little short dude with the mask?
Rey Mysterio?
Yes. He's one of the-
That's his face.
Wow, Rick. Wow.
I'm messing around. Rey Mysterio is actually going to be winning an award this year, or next year, should I say, at the Cauliflower Alley Club. So
Really?
he'll be there. So I'll
Excited.
actually get to meet Ray, and that'll be fun.
Another match, real quick, would be Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. Was that WrestleMania?
Yeah, that's another WrestleMania.
Yeah.
These are all WrestleManias.
When he
actually.
turned around and just got a boot to the face, and that was it. What was that, 11 seconds?
I mean, yeah, it was
Yeah,
real
it
quick.
was real quick.
So, I mean, it happens. But does that mean that Daniel Bryan isn't going to bounce back? No, he has
came
bounced
back.
Right. I mean, it just, sometimes things happen. And then how many times did Magnum TA win freaking 6 seconds, 10 seconds on WCW, or actually NWA World Championship Wrestling? I mean, he had a streak where he was beating guys in less than freaking 30 seconds on the regular. And I'll tell you right now, I'll put my money, you give those kind of opponents to tonight's guest, Animal, he beats him in that amount of time. I guarantee you.
Absolutely.
So, too bad Magnum TA isn't still active. Because I would have to try it. I know Animal would take that match.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
So, but it is what it is. Anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and take our first. What did we have?
I just want to say you came up, Animal. The match I really want to see that probably will never happen. Animal versus Arn Anderson.
Oh yeah, that would.
I would love that.
That would have been a good one.
So anyway, go ahead.
We're gonna go ahead and take our first commercial break, but when we come back, we're gonna go ahead and talk some more RCW. Okay, as promised, I'm gonna go ahead and give my top 10 list a shot at a chance to earn a match against me at 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas. Today, the number one contender on my list is Ricky Williams. Now, this guy's been training. How long have you been training?
For a couple months,
Couple months, yeah. See, how is he not on the top 10 list yet? I don't get it. I mean, this guy has earned it. He's been training his ass off. And not on the top 10 list. You're going to put old timers like the Rogue on there and stuff like that. And you're not going to give this man a chance. I'm going to go ahead, out of the kindness of my heart. We got a referee right here. I'm going to give him a shot. And if he can beat me today in this non-title match, then he will get a shot at 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas. You ready to do this?
Yes.
All right.
All right, gentlemen. Are you ready, sir? Yes, sir. Are you ready, sir?
You know who I am. I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. All right.
All right, let's do this.
All right. Big boy. He's actually pretty big. Whoa! You better check the hair when he's pulling it on me.
Watch the hair.
You know you. Hey, he completely ate my hair. There's no way he overpowered me. No way he overpowered me.
Here, watch the hair.
All right.
Keep working.
You. I got my eye on you.
Oh, hey,
Come on, baby, break.
Get it out the corner.
Go on for a title shot, champ.
You little cocky son of... All right. All right.
Work it, gentlemen.
Ask him, ref.
You good to quit?
No.
Ask him.
No.
You quit.
Ask
He
him.
doesn't quit. He doesn't quit.
Ask him, ref.
You quit.
No.
You quit.
No.
Hey, he doesn't quit.
You're trying to tear yourself.
Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's it.
Rubber City Wrestling presents 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas, Saturday, December 21st at 6 p.m. at the Akron Turner Club in Talmadge, Ohio. The main event will be for the RCW Light Heavyweight Championship as Die Hard the Hunter defends his crown against Spike St. James. The Pinnacle will take on Team Beast. The Andolini brothers will face Aces Wild, plus many other great RCW wrestlers in action. Also, parents, register your children to receive a gift from Santa Claus as he will be making a special guest appearance during intermission. Tickets are $10 for general admission, $15 for front row. For more information, be sure to tune in to RCW Spotlight and visit our pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Rubber City Wrestling. Rubber City Wrestling, real professional wrestling, not that flippy stuff. Welcome back to RCW Spotlight. Guys, 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas, December 21st at the Akron Turner Club at 547 Monroe Falls Road in Talmadge, Ohio. I'm telling you right now, it's already setting up to be one of the best shows. I mean, best events. I'm sorry. I mean, it's a show whenever Ric Lieb steps in the building, but it'll be an event.
Hopefully
matches that have just been added. Yes,
News.
we have more. So on top of the Pinnacle versus Team Beast, on top of Spike versus Die Hard, and on top of the Andolinis versus Aces Wild, we now have 3 more matches added. Well, it's technically 2,
And then you're.
but I'm calling somebody out tonight because you know what? I don't have a match yet. Here it goes. Because
Why don't you have a match
I'll
yet?
explain that in a minute. All right. First things first.
Calm down.
No.
First things first. Nick and James Lethal, aka Detroit's Most Wanted, will be taking on a new team to RCW, but no strangers to these guys.
Right.
The main attraction of Jackson Storm and Paco. Now,
Okay.
I have actually not had a chance to really see the main attraction in person,
No.
but I have watched a couple videos on them already.
Who's the
And-
main attraction again?
Oh, it's gonna be good. Paco and Jackson Storm.
Jackson Storm and Paco. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I'm just gonna say right now, Jackson Storm was supposed to team up with Schizo. Schizo wanted to team up with his doll instead.
Yeah,
So,
that's
so
weird.
Jackson Storm's like, you know what? I'm gonna get my partner in the main attraction, and we're both gonna come down here. So, I mean, it is what it is.
RCW's new acquisition of a I'm assuming a good team since James Storm's and
Oh yeah, I mean,
Jackson Storm. Sorry.
no, James Lethal, Jackson Storm. I mean, you got. Dude,
I mean, we got a stacked tag team division, and it's
Yes.
absolutely awesome.
It really is, and I'll tell you what, this is going to be a really good match, and they're both fan favorites. So that'll be, something that the crowd can get behind, whoever they just
They're
like the best.
They're gonna eat it up, and I can't wait.
Right, exactly. Now, at ringside, special guest commentator, the Lord of Discipline Animal, our guest tonight. So that should be interesting because I'm sure Animal. Listen, for those
He's
that don't
doing
know,
his scouting, doing his homework. That's what you do as a champion.
he's a student of the game.
Right.
And he does a lot of homework on all his opponents. People don't realize he's not just this power guy. He's a lot smarter than people think. I mean, he literally does his homework. He watches film on every one of his opponents, even Schizo. And
I don't know how you studied for
that's
it.
that's how he knew what move would take Schizo out. How often do you see Animal beat somebody, and you're going to see the match coming up after this, by the way,
Right.
beat somebody with a flying shoulder tackle. But he knew that was something that Schizo was susceptible to, and so he took him out with it. That is what a veteran does. And that's why
Right.
it's real professional wrestling. No
Yeah.
spots. I mean, it wasn't like, I got to get my spot in. You know what I mean? He hit
No, it
the move
was-
that he knew was going to take this guy out, and he did it.
All right.
That's how it's supposed to be. Of course, Max Cortez won't be on this. Won't be at this event because he's going to be actually taking care of family business in a different state,
Oh.
representing the way. So that's fine. He gets the night off from RCW, but he doesn't get the night off. You know what I mean? So that match there, I'm looking forward to it. What are you thinking, man? More people added to the tag team division, that's where you kind of reside right now.
Well, I feel like these two teams are just trying to figure out which one should take the beating first.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of mooks trying to figure out who should get smacked around before the next team. So at the end of the day, look, they're all good teams. These are all great teams. You're going to go against Max Cortez and Animal, man. Oof. We could be there if we wanted to be. We're
Right.
smarter than that, all right? These kids are going to run in there. They're running into danger. Okay? That's the problem. They're running into danger.
Right, exactly.
He's running away from the danger zone, man.
It's not running away.
He's not running
We're
away.
smarter than that. Okay?
Yeah.
We realize
He's
that
buying his time.
you don't just jump into something.
How
okay?
did you
gotta
work
be
before you
smart.
were biding your time, right?
Yeah, I'm
you're
biding my time. Those tag titles are always going to be there. The Andolinis are always going to be great. Always going to be great. We don't have to have everything. Look, we're givers. Okay? We give everyone else a chance. Animal and Max Cortez, they're going to beat everybody up that gets in front of them. Everybody. Maybe someday, some moron team figures out a way to accidentally beat them. Great. Fantastic. There's our time.
I see where you're looking, and I don't know. Is there any truth to the rumor that you've gone to Tony T and Marty Jannetty and asked them if they would build a Ohio State tag team division or something like that, like a secondary
I
belt?
mean, there's a lot of rumors out there. I don't like to talk about them. So I don't even know what I'm doing. Mind your own business. I don't know.
Forget about it, right?
Forget about it.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on. Super heavyweight championship match. Kenny Hendricks will defend the championship against Brohemoth. Now, this will be
Wow.
Brohemoth hasn't been on RCW in a while,
No, he has not.
but I do know that he's been running roughshod on everybody.
Let's just
And
imagine one of us isn't familiar with Brohemoth. What would you? How would you describe this person?
He's a bro, and he's a hemoth.
put it this way: this is a big dude. He's a Bam Bam Bigelow,
No.
fast,
Yeah.
agile,
and huge.
and huge.
Well, Kenny just relentless line of contenders.
Yeah, this
Good, strong contender.
This
Yeah.
I saw this and it kind of got me excited because I'm friends with Brohemoth. I like the guy; he's a good dude, and I'm telling you right now, Kenny Hendricks he's jacked. He's definitely probably the best shape I've ever seen a super heavyweight in my life.
Yeah. Holy
But
crap.
Brohemoth, it's kind of like the whole. I don't know. I mean, like I said, he reminds me of a Bam Bam Bigelow in his
Yeah.
prime. I mean, just an agile big man who can just bring it. And to me, this is going to be the first real test for Kenny Hendricks. And
I know Mike Smiley put up a good fight, but
we interviewed Mike Smiley, and I
Yeah.
saw fear in his eyes.
I don't think Brohemoth is going to come with that. He's
Bro-
going to come with a different view.
Mike was too much of a good guy. No offense, because I know that you
Was.
like these good guys.
He was.
Now he's.
Now I'm disgusted, and no.
And apparently, joining the Pinnacle has made all their balls drop because they've been talking bad even about us. And that's not a very wise thing to do, little sister. I'm telling you right now, you do not want to go there. There's a reason why we have a championship belt around every one of our waists, because we do not come here to play. We come here to break necks and cash checks, and that is exactly what we do. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about Kenny Hendricks versus Brohemoth, and I'm telling you what, I'm looking forward to this one. So you're not familiar with Brohemoth at all?
I am not.
Ooh, do some homework on him. I think you're gonna like what you see.
Their Cliff Notes.
There might be some cliff notes
there
out
might
there
be,
somewhere.
I'm a little surprised you know what Cliff Notes are. Okay.
Well, that's how I got through height. Never mind. Anyway.
Oh, you want this, don't you? Okay. All right. Now, as everybody knows, I don't have a match for December 21st, unless, of course, one of the people from my top 10 list beat me, as you've seen. That hasn't happened yet. So, what I'm doing is, first of all, for those that aren't familiar, even though it's already aired, I'm going and I'm taking on a person that I feel should be in the top 10 contendership, and I'm giving them a match. And if one of them were to beat me
Yeah.
in a non-title match,
Yeah.
then I will give them a title match, a chance to go after my championship belt. And 'twas the fight before Christmas.
Correct.
Now, of course, like I said, it hasn't happened yet, but there's a possibility. Anyway, but since I'm confident in myself that it's not going to happen, because I'm the greatest wrestler in the world today, the GOAT, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a special challenge to somebody who won't shut up online. He keeps running his mouth, and he's very familiar with me, and I'm very familiar with him. Hell, you could say he used to be a brother. He used to be a family member. Vinny DiMarzo, the so-called beast. Vinny DiMarzo, I'm calling you out right here on the air. If you really think that you could beat your role model for his heavyweight championship, then look at me, son. Step in the ring. December 21st, you bring your ass to Talmadge, Ohio, right here, Akron Turner's Club. Show up, and I will slap the taste right out of your mouth. I'm sick and tired of hearing how much you think you're going to beat me, and you think, oh, I'm ducking you. No ducking. I'm calling you out right now.
That's so low, dude. Like, you know he works down on the oil rigs in like Texas or something.
Right?
Like, you know he's not going to be able to make it up here, and you're going to call him out?
I mean, he's
That's
talking.
low.
Listen, if he's mad enough to trash talk me, then put your money where your mouth is. Request off. I mean, I know it's really hard to request off around the holidays, but
Especially on an oil rig, man. That's low. First you got all these top 10 contenders that, you know, let's be honest, no one's ever heard of, except for me because I trained with those guys. And now you're gonna challenge or call out a guy that
what?
you know damn well he ain't showing up.
Do I know this?
Look, man, I generally 95% of the time will support any and all decisions you make.
Right.
Vinny is a very personal friend of mine.
Right.
Yeah?
I know.
What are you trying to get smacked?
Oh,
It's
well,
not that
you know,
hard.
hey.
All right,
hey,
so
I'm
Vinny
just
is a
saying
very,
what it
very
is.
close personal friend of mine. This isn't, I'm not talking about wrestling. I'm talking about in life.
Yeah.
This is a real friend of mine.
So am I.
Correct. But, you know, that guy's a beast, man. Like, he...
Hence the nickname.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
man.
Oh,
Like,
he's tough. I'm
you're
not.
basically asking somebody to come call off work to show up and really just beat you up for a while, man. Like, I love the guy, but I also recognize how dangerous he is. It's
Listen.
no different than my realization of how dangerous our guest will be tonight. Our guest is one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. I would put Vinny right up in that category.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That is a very ballsy move you've just made.
Let me explain
And not
something.
very smart.
Can I show you something? First of all, you see this championship that I've held for so long? It means
Yeah.
that I'm also a dangerous
I
person.
feel like you're tired of seeing it.
No. I love this.
I'm
This-
getting that
This,
same idea.
let me explain something to both of you. Vinny is a tough guy. Oh, tough. Unreliable. That's why he's out of the way. But a tough guy. Real tough guy. Matter of fact, I'm inviting you to be a guest on this show. You show up, you can be a guest on this show. I will let you talk your little dumb trash in front of me because that's all you are. You're a big, swole up, muscle-headed trash talker who can't back it up. Vinny, here's the thing, DeMarzo. Animal carried you in a tag team. Then, unfortunately, we lost the tag team straps on that. What is wrong with you?
I just
Listen,
don't believe you would
No.
do this on purpose.
Vinny DeMarzo, your role model Ric Lieb
He's
is
also
telling you
lying.
right now.
He's gone
No.
crazy.
You guys don't understand
really
it.
have.
In order to be the
Have you
greatest,
taken all your medication?
I don't take medication.
Are you
except
sure?
for my heart meds. Listen, in order to be the greatest champion of all time, stop for a minute, both. In order to be the greatest champion of all time, you have to take on the greatest challengers of all
You
time.
have
Is
to
that correct?
beat the greatest contender.
No,
That's where
no.
things are going wrong.
I love your confidence in me. Have you seen me lose? I beat the Rogue. He bench pressed 505 pounds.
I think Vinny could bench press 505 pounds and the Rogue at the same time.
Yeah.
He's a tough dude. I ain't worried
Huge
about it.
dude.
You know what?
I think when it comes to
He
strength and
bench presses millennials.
So do I.
That's awesome. When
So do I.
it comes to like the strength
Maybe not all
side,
millennials, but
No,
hey, chill out.
I was pointing at the TV behind us.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, when it comes to the strength, like the strength stat on wrestlers, if we want to compare the RCW to a video game, RCW video game, we need to do it. Need to do it now.
Write that down. Hold on.
And RCW video game. We need to
Nerds
do
get
it.
busy.
Anyway, sorry about that. The top 3 strongest men in RCW is Kenny Hendricks, Animal, Vinny Marzo,
And the Rogue.
and the Rogue is
The
on.
Rogue actually. Listen.
No, the Rogue is there.
No, the Rogue. You guys understand? The Rogue actually bench pressed 505 pounds in a strongman competition. He may outbench all of them.
No, you're right. In 1985, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was actually the early 2000s. But,
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
but
I
he's
wasn't.
still strong. Hey, listen, I was in the ring with him. He threw me
I
around like I
believe
was
you.
nothing.
But listen, I used to.
I still won, though.
At one point in time in my career, I was tag team champions with Vinny DeMarzo.
Right. You were the brains. He was the
I
brawn.
was the brains, and he was the brawn.
Animal
and
was the
I'll tell you
brains
right
and the
now,
brawn, and he was just the brawn. Let me tell you something. And God rest his soul, even Calder found this out the hard way with me. I am 3-0 against that man. He was strong. That man was huge, strong, he had arms. I swear his arms were in the mid-20s.
You're
3-0 against him. You know why? Brains always defeats brawn. Always.
bear in mind that Vinny DeMarzo is also a fellow Italian,
I know, and so am I.
which means he knows how to win.
And so do
I
I.
get it, but you know how to win. You have experience. Vinny knows how to win. He has experience. And
You
brute
realize
strength.
all 3 of our families grew up in the exact same area, right?
do. I feel like maybe that wasn't the best person to challenge.
Oh, to me, it was a great one. Number one, his unreliability will make sure that he ain't showing up anyway.
Better
But
hope not.
if by some remote,
So then you're just
but if by some remote chance he does, then you see this hand right over here, boom! It's gonna slap the taste right out of his mouth.
You better hope he doesn't show up.
And it's
or
going to
see-
take a lot more than a hand.
If he sees any of this,
Oh, I'm praying he does. I'm going to tag him in it.
he'll be there.
I will tag him in it, and I want everybody watching to tag him in it. Vinny DiMarzo, right here. You keep on talking that mouth. Keep on running that mouth and talking that trash. Let's get it right. Right here. Championship. On the line. I'm willing to face you December 21st. See that Rolex I'm wearing right there? It's not by mistake. It's because I'm great, and when you're great, you can afford great things. Being champion has brought a lot of prosperity to your role model, Ric Lieb. And trust me, I intend to be champion for a long, long time. Any other things you guys would like to add?
Vinny S is in me. Just call me, buddy.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we're going to have the match, and then Lord of Discipline Animal will be on the show. See you in a few minutes.
Seriously, what are you not getting here?
Rubber City Wrestling presents 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas, Saturday, December 21st at 6 p.m. at the Akron Turner Club in Talmadge, Ohio. The main event will be for the RCW Light Heavyweight Championship as Die Hard the Hunter defends his crown against Spike St. James. The Pinnacle will take on Team Beast. The Andolini brothers will face Aces Wild, plus many other great RCW wrestlers in action. Also, parents, register your children to receive a gift from Santa Claus as he will be making a special guest appearance during intermission. Tickets are $10 for general admission, $15 for front row. For more information, be sure to tune in to RCW Spotlight and visit our pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Rubber City Wrestling. Rubber City Wrestling, real professional wrestling, not that flippy stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the challenger. Medicated. Hey! And your champions. Stand up and put your hands together for maximum discipline!
What we're doing.
Can't tell us the size of two people, so you know it works out. Animal is his uncle. Now, it is a hard match to decide, but you gotta remember, as all but one title in RCW, no team has been able to touch them. What do you say to that? When Sketch on the ground and his dog goes, you know, the dog actually gotten the thing is they got one that's maximum discipline for the longest RCW reigning tag team champion. A string of animal, little skits of no way. Got these guys, and they are the longest reigning RCW Tag Team Champions. Yeah. Well, he's got the ball. But you know, he's deciding two people like it's
I was confused. Why was that this match? Your winners, and still your RCW champions, Maximum Discipline!
Rubber City Wrestling presents 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas, Saturday, December 21st at 6 p.m. at the Akron Turner Club in Talmadge, Ohio. The main event will be for the RCW Light Heavyweight Championship as Die Hard the Hunter defends his crown against Spike St. James. The Pinnacle will take on Team Beast. The Andolini brothers will face Aces Wild, plus many other great RCW wrestlers in action. Also, parents, register your children to receive a gift from Santa Claus as he will be making a special guest appearance during intermission. Tickets are $10 for general admission, $15 for front row. For more information, be sure to tune in to RCW Spotlight and visit our pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Rubber City Wrestling. Rubber City Wrestling, real professional wrestling, not that flippy stuff. Welcome back to RCW Spotlight. Our guest today is no stranger to the ring and no stranger to me. He is my brother. He is in the way. He's one of, as a matter of fact, it was actually me and you that came up with the whole entire concept of the way. Yeah.
Right.
And together, and we're like, you know, we need to get a couple guys that we know have the same pretty much mindset that we do when it comes to doing, you know, when it comes to wrestling professionally. You know, we're tired of this
Backyard shit.
yeah, the yard tartary that goes on in this the business and stuff. Animal, welcome to the show.
How you doing, brother?
Always good to have you here. Before we get to the big reveal, everybody can see the boxes are back here now.
Yeah.
Behind my title, behind my belt right here, we have the boxes.
Oh,
This is the tag title reveal. But before we get to that, I want to go off the script a little bit.
Oh no.
I gotta do that sometime, man.
Got to do it sometimes. Well, we don't script anyway. But
We-
you have your own weekly online television series of your, you know, that you do.
Little Lions Den?
Oh yeah, you know, taking place what at the Paradigm?
The Olympic
Olympic
Paradigm. That's right.
Absolutely.
Get it right, brother.
Get it. I gotta get it right. You know. Let me tell you, true story. Went over. I was invited to the Olympic Paradigm. He's like, yeah, you want to start working out with me? I went over there and put 425 on there. Just started pushing them up like they were nothing. I said, no. I do not want to start working out with you. But thank you for the invite.
Well, you know,
but
it's a thought to count.
right, but now you're telling everybody to lower the weight. Maybe I have to get over there now. He's lowering the weight.
Well, you know, I understand that as you get older, man, you got to kind of take some of the pressure off them tendons.
You're right. Exactly. Exactly.
And I also heard from, you know, back in my amateur days, in order to lose weight but keep strength,
Yeah.
we would always do low weight, high reps in order to keep the
Keep that
tendons
side.
strong, but also keep your weight down a little bit.
And for people that don't know this man here was a well-decorated amateur wrestler.
Before I, you know,
Before he fell in love with food. No, you're still good. I mean, don't get me
no,
wrong. know
I
you
can
can
still
wrestle, right.
actually, I took on the other day. I took on the West Virginian state champion, and I actually pinned him.
Not a surprise. Not a
Yeah.
surprise. I've seen you in action. But anyway, so tell us a little bit about the Lions Den and the whole concept behind this.
Well, the whole concept behind the Lions Den is, you know, I show people how to, you know, go through the proper variations of working out, old school style, not this new stuff they got going on nowadays, you know, with total gyms and all that kind of mess. I figured I kind of take it back to the old school way of working out with the barbells and dumbbells, the way it should be done. Like
Personally,
what?
I think that's the way to go.
Oh, wait, time out.
I can't do cables and other stuff.
Listen,
I have to.
For those of you that don't get the inside joke, I have a total gym, and I swear by it because I love it. Now, with him preaching all this repetition, I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that the whole concept of the total gym? So I'm telling you right now, I think the Lord of Discipline needs to get himself a total gym in there to add it to it. Now, I'm not saying cut out the weights.
Well, that could never happen.
Right, exactly.
That would be uncivilized.
I mean, right. We don't want you to be that.
Blasphemy.
But I'm saying, I believe that there's a place for both.
Yeah, well, there may be a place for both. I'm not going to say there's not, but there's not one replacing the other. The total gym could be incorporated in the workout paradigm based on the people that really can't hang and bang with the real deal.
Old Spice?
Apparently so. Now here's my question to you.
Okay.
The producer, it's Ace Boogie, right?
Yeah. Well, no, that's Hiram Akeem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's my brother.
Okay, all right. I did not know that.
Well,
now, what does Ace do? Because I see him on there a lot.
Well, you never see Ace on there. That'd just be Hiram. Hiram is the guy behind the camera.
Really?
Yeah. Ace Boogie has nothing to do with this.
He shares it all the time.
Well, that's nice of him.
Oh, okay. All right, because from the, it's an old hip hop group, Ace and D. They're twin brothers, and they used to be around. And I thought that he had something to do with it. I stand corrected.
Well, it happens sometimes. Even the great one like you.
Right. You know, but great one. I love it though. He knows.
Mm-hmm.
The animal knows. Anyway, before we get to talking tag team wrestling. I think these just came
Are
in.
these rankings still up to date?
No, I don't think so. Anyway,
When they get better.
these just came in, so it's the official unveiling of the. You can polish it for me all you want. Here you are, sir.
You know where?
The new RCW Tag Team Championships are out.
That's beautiful.
Go ahead, guys. It's about the closest you're going to get to seeing them. Because
I'm not in a tag team, so
Especially since I have
unfortunately,
something.
I just have to admire.
right. You can admire from afar.
Feast
Hey, you know what? I'm actually honored to be this close. I mean,
Feast your eyes
It
and
sucks.
fantasize.
Yes, indeed. Now you're still in one of my lines.
Hey, you know.
Hey, I still. Listen, I steal his lines all the time. A matter of fact, almost every promo, I sneak an animal line in there just to mess with him. It's kind of like the little brother, big brother thingy where you gotta go
check
and.
this out. If you look at that, I'm animal.
That's the A for animal right
That's
there.
right.
I never.
There it is. You just
Right?
see that in
No,
I
I don't.
animal.
A for Andolini.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good thought.
It is. I like it. You guys go ahead and break those in.
isn't there another team that starts with an A, a brand new team?
No, I can't think of one.
Aces Wild? No. Aces
Yeah.
Wild?
I knew you'd do that. Your boys.
I think, yeah.
Oh, it's just 2 victims. There's nobody.
2 more victims.
Casualties, man.
Yeah.
Now,
Collateral damage.
Now we're going to talk a little bit about this. One of the matches that were just scheduled. I got the wrong paper here. And that was a match that I guess you're invited to ringside to be at the commentary booth for. For those that don't know, Animal's possibly getting the night off that night.
Imagine that.
Yeah, about time.
Well,
but
I'd rather be beating heads, you know.
well,
Breaking necks and cashing checks.
that's what I like to do.
You know.
But Detroit's Most Wanted, Nick and James Lethal, the brothers Lethal, will be taking on the main attraction with Paco and Jackson Storm. I have not seen Paco and Jackson Storm in action. I actually have seen Detroit's Most Wanted in action. But the winner of that, I guess, gets to face you and Max.
Well, I think that Lethal guy, if he want to call himself that, you know, got up in my face last time we was at the wrestling event. You know, I kind of let him live because, you know, I want to see him down the line. You know, but next time, if we do happen to get in the ring, you know what I'm going to do.
Oh, I know what you're going to do.
Just ask, what's that guy? Blitz or Skits? What is his damn name? is?
Schizo.
You know?
Schizo and his doll. Schizo
Yeah.
literally teamed up with his doll. This dude, and he claimed in the back he ate his partner.
Yeah, well, he looked like he ate something.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm not buy into it. But
Yeah.
He ain't all there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't downsell James Lethal too much. We saw how he handled Marcus Knight. And
I'm not
how
Marcus
much of a
Knight,
fight.
brother. I'm
Let me
animal.
You're right. You're definitely not Marcus Knight.
Marcus Knight is definitely not animal.
I'll say
that, but
But he put up a good fight, and
well, that's good.
he showed some things that we did not know that he could do. So
It goes like this. Pound for pound, they got Marcus Knight listed as the greatest wrestler right now, and the best
You
wrestler in the
know.
world. But pound for pound, Mayweather's the greatest wrestler in the world, or boxer in the world.
Well,
Will he beat Mike Tyson?
No. You know, one thing about me, what
She's
makes
not
me a
sure about
champion is, you know, I can talk about them, I can besmirch their character or whatnot, but at the end of the day, I don't underestimate nobody, because anybody can slip on a banana peel, and all it takes is one time. You know, I'm gonna take him seriously just like I take anybody else seriously. If it just so happens I get in the ring with him and we have to get down and get with him, hey, I'm not fighting. It's not the fight of my life, it's the fight for my life. I'm gonna go at him like it's my last time and take him out of the game. Just that simple. You know.
The man knows. Hey, let me tell you something. Okay, there's a couple people down this list. The Pinnacle, Scotty Stevens, and now Mike Smiley. They're running their mouths.
Yeah, I had a few words with that round character not too long ago.
Right. It's like now all of a sudden, it's like, you know, we've allowed these guys to flourish as our little sister in this company for a while. Now all of a sudden they get Mike Smiley. You know, they gain about 400 more pounds, and now they're all of a sudden.
Now they want to talk.
Now that they're
Yeah, well, that's all right. You know, we just have to put them in their place. That's all.
Absolutely. Andolini's. Frankie Andolini. I mean, you guys are on the list.
Listen,
Where these guys at?
we could be on a list. Animal. Listen. To be clear,
Yeah, let's make it clear.
we're very, very adamant in our stance that respect is not something we give. Okay, we're not in prison. All right, this,
Well, that's
respect is that
encouraging.
the mafia is not a real thing.
Right.
So therefore, respect isn't necessarily a thing, but we are well aware of someone's ability. Okay. We are very, very, very aware of the ability of Animal and Max Cortez. Timing is everything. We wish you guys the best of luck. Enjoy those titles, and we'll let you know when we need those.
Well, you enjoy wanting the title.
Exactly.
That's all you're gonna ever
Those
get.
bad boys ain't going anywhere. All right, here's another one that's on here that I was looking at, and that's Justin Bradley and Alexander Crowley.
Well, you know, me and
They
Justin
got-
Bradley got some unfinished business.
I know.
I mean, he kind of got
He injured
lucky
you.
and put me on the shelf for a minute, so I owe him one.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. And because of Justin Bradley's injury to you, Mike Smiley went around talking trash because he ended up becoming an interim champion at the
Yeah,
time.
a transitional champion.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, at best.
Yeah, there's a couple other ones on here, but those are the ones that really stood out to me as people coming after you. Of course, the two teams that are facing each other right there, and I know that his boy Jeffrey the Roke and his boy Mr. Wrestling 2000 are now teaming up, calling themselves Aces Wild, and they're
a nice enhancement team.
They are, and they're going to be enhancement talent against the Andolinis come the 21st of December.
I work a little rust off. That's all.
Boy, you really have a lot of faith in them guys.
I do. More Mr. Wrestling 2000 than Jeffrey.
Right.
Mr. Wrestling
Mr. Wrestling 2000 has the experience necessary to do so. However, I we'll see what Jeffrey.
Searching for a partner, Jeffrey made the right choice
did.
because he looked for a guy that had more experience than
and
pretty
shared
much
some of the same
knowledge that was
ideals.
Well,
given
you
to
know,
us.
That's just
That'd be great if
That's
they were.
ingenuity on his part.
Right.
You know, looking for somebody that has more experience, somebody he can learn from.
But evidently, he's got to get tagged in,
That would help the cause with it.
right? And then when he's tagged in, guess what? Bad things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Be
Go
all
get a
downhill
wrestling
from there.
partner, learn how to wrestle, and then go into a fight.
Well, some people can't get a partner to say they so, but that's another story. You know.
Absolutely, and I know what you're talking about, but we'll keep that
Well,
on the
let's keep that on the
DL.
wrap.
We ain't giving away any free publicity here, but anyway, so December 21st, right now it looks like you do not have a match. If anything changes, obviously you'll be the first to know.
Well, I'll just bring my gear just in case.
That's the wrestling
So-
thing to do.
It is what it is.
I actually have a question. So say you don't have a match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be going out the ringside? Are you going to be watching this tag team match?
Well,
on Contenders?
he'll be at the table.
Oh, will he be at the
commentary
table?
booth.
I
Okay.
will definitely be, watching future opponents.
Okay.
That would be, a lack of insight on my part to be there and not actually be checking out future victims.
Okay.
You know.
But yeah,
It's a big thing to call them all victims, but
Well,
I mean, it's
in my notion, that's what they are.
right.
they are. Matter of fact, in any notion, have you seen any of their matches?
Yes,
Well,
I have.
I look at it like that.
Right. How many people survive?
Like the great Chris Benoit said,
Not many.
prove me wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Exactly. He went with one of your favorite all time. So.
Did.
He did. You
I
can't
can't really do
can't
nothing about
it.
it.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Andol does his homework no matter what. The man does his homework no matter what.
He did.
Anyway, brother, I want to thank you for being on here.
Hey, no problem.
Of
man.
course, I will see you on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, I have to feast.
So
I have to
absolutely.
have one of my right back moments.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and when Thanksgiving at the Lieb house is always a feast.
I
So
shall be there.
I know you will. I know you will. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and go for this week, but I want you to join us again next week as we have another edition of RCW Spotlight.